This is Matrix Lord 212. Hello, everybody. All right, so I want to talk about Doctor Who, but more importantly, me with Doctor Who, since my history on YouTube. Nothing has changed since I started doing videos December 11th, 2011. Everything has remained the same. Before I did YouTube videos, I had my account since 2007. I wrote books. I published, I believe, 2 books. And then I started making my YouTube videos. And then I published my 3rd book in January. And then I think my 4th book in April. So everything is pretty much the same. I've done Doctor Who videos. And then I did stuff other than Doctor Who videos. I did podcasts with the Whovian podcast. And then started doing my own podcast, the Real Whovians Cast. So there was a fan base of mine that just liked me doing single videos. And then there was a fan base that just liked the podcast, and some liked both. And then there was a time where I did tons of podcasts and not that many really single videos. So nothing has changed since I've done videos. When I first started, I talked about how I didn't like Colin Baker, Doctor, and then as time went on, I learned that it wasn't his fault, it was the writing, and I respected him more, and it was good on my members for showing me his performance in Big Finish and how much he cares about Doctor Who. So, of course, being open-minded, I changed my opinion, But there's been episodes that I loved with Doctor Who, and there's been episodes that I hated. Love and Monsters, hated that. So, like Sleep No More, hated that. So, because you don't like an episode or 2, or even maybe a series, doesn't mean you hate on Doctor Who. Now, I have rated this series so far, and this series has been better than Series 11, definitely. So I don't know where these comments are coming from with Freedom, because he said something like he built himself naturally while I sold my soul. Now, first of all, I don't understand what he's talking about, because I've been building myself naturally too. I'm passionate about Doctor Who. I make videos, I make podcasts, and over the years you meet new people. Like, I met him when I was just doing videos, and he went after me about the Donna Noble thing. And then we became friends. I met a whole bunch of people going along. So, you don't stop meeting people when you're doing podcasts, when you're doing videos. You're constantly meeting new people as time goes on. So, it isn't a matter of picking and choosing who you talk to. It's a matter of, you just keep meeting new people. So, as time goes on, I meet new people. We have new members on the Real Whovians Cast. Some people go. But everything has remained the same. I haven't sold my soul to whatever. I haven't done anything differently than I've already done. What's different than when I started? How much is it really different? I've been true to form. It's been the same. I've been consistent. And that's one thing about me, is I'm consistent. I will pop out a lot of podcasts, a lot of stuff about Doctor Who. I will pop out a lot of videos. I'm passionate, and my passion drives me and motivates me and inspires me to do more and more. And it's basically the shows like Doctor Who that have inspired me over the decades and stuff like that. So there's nothing that's been changed since the start, but there are people that you encounter in your life that sometimes you grow apart, or you look at the person and you're like, why was I ever friends with that person, or whatever, and you scratch your head. And some people, you really scratch your head like, wow, this person really was a creep, this person was evil, this person was this. I'm not saying that that's what he is, but I'm just saying that we've all encountered different people. That's loud. We've all encountered different people, different things, but just because somebody doesn't like Doctor Who right now and they're making videos about it, that doesn't mean you call them a hater. They loved Doctor Who when a certain doctor was there or certain things were happening. But, you know, right now they're criticizing the show heavily. So nothing's wrong with that. And I do feel, must we have loud friggin' vehicles? And I do feel that, like, I scratch my head when I see these Twitter comments. Now, of course, it's so funny how I'm a content creator, he's a content creator, I'm a YouTuber, he's a YouTuber. And something that Twitter, which I hardly use, like, this erupts. Because I make a couple of tweets how I don't want Chris Chibnall to change the canon of Doctor Who. Big deal. I don't want, you know, like, why would you flip about that? Why would you get angry with that? Why would somebody tweet back, you know, you've changed, you've this, you that? How about communication? And that's the problem, is that I've said this in many times in decades in my, like, well, not decades, but like, what, over 8 years? I've said this many times in 8 years. I say that people do not communicate anymore. People do not communicate anymore. They don't, like, if say you communicate with them in Facebook Messenger and they talk to you all the time, it's like, rather than communicate, it's like, let's get the microphone. And this is the way I see it, right? There's some people that I talk to on Messenger or Twitter Messenger or whatever, and they would message me about Doctor Who, we would talk. And then if they had something to say, like, oh, I really don't like what you're doing, as a friend, they would just Twitter me and then message me. But this whole grandstanding with the microphone, going in public and saying, I used to like you, but you were like this. Okay, like, that's fine. Everybody's entitled to their opinion with Doctor Who. And this is where we have a conversation. So when I go to communicate with that person kindly, before that could happen, you know, and this person who may be, you know, like this person who liked my stuff and was going to appear on my show, right? When I go to communicate with that person, before that even happens, boom, there's freedom. On top of that, saying that I joined it made it like the Harold Saxon bandwagon, but not Harold Saxon. Made it like I joined, this is what happens when you join the Bolstrek bandwagon. Now, what exactly does that mean? Because I haven't appeared on Bolstrek stuff yet. Bolstrek hasn't hit on mine. I mean, there's been interaction, there's been talk. You know, there's friendly interaction. I like his stuff, he likes my stuff. He's a fan of me, I'm a fan of him. What's wrong with that? What's wrong with that? Like, what has happened that made it that I'm a part of someone's bandwagon or slept in someone's bed? Like, I literally, me talking to someone has not affected anything on my content, on my videos. My videos have been the same. Like, I'll like an episode, I'll not like an episode. I'll criticize something massive in the episode, or I'll say it's the greatest thing. And you may not agree with me, you know, but you have to respect my opinion. But this whole notion of where does he get the fact that I'm in league with somebody? Like, I don't understand where this is coming from. And then when you hear stuff like this, you're like, oh, obviously he doesn't watch my videos. Maybe he'll watch one a year. And he's just assuming from tweets or something. And this is what happens. You create an image of a person based on Twitter, on tweets, that like, this is what this guy does in his videos, but you don't even watch the video. So where do you get your whole point is pointless. Your whole attack, your whole attempt to destroy is not founded. Like, you're an idiot. And I always say, know what you say before you open your mouth. This person did not know what he was saying before he opened his mouth. Freedom did not know what he was saying. I'm talking to someone that's literally wants to talk to me, and he jumps in. And it's like, what are you doing? Like, why are you there? You know, I know it's a public place where people can interact, but the person's clearly talking to me, and you're jumping in on the conversation. And I have to question your motives. I have to question, why are you interfering in my conversation? Why do you feel it necessary to try to sway this person or piss this person off against me? And great job, you were successful in doing that. You were successful in this person just listening to you right away and didn't even like blocking me and all this stuff. Great job. That your mission was accomplished. You got me to lose someone. Great job. Well, guess what? Now there's another mission. There's another mission that it's called Payback. And you're gonna get paid back a huge amount fold for you interfering in my channel, on me, with my people, with my interaction. There's gonna be payback, and it's a professional payback. I lose 1 or I lose 10, you're gonna lose 100 or 200 or 300, and you know what? You chose poorly. You picked January. You picked a time to attack me. I admit, you got me when my pants are down. I'm eating. I had no idea this was going to happen. I had no idea what your thoughts were. I haven't heard from you in, weeks? We haven't talked about Dr. in weeks on Facebook Messenger, so I had no idea what was going on. But this is what happens. You just out of the blue, boom, attack. That's an attack. Just like when I had an interaction with one of my subscribers that got mad at me for something and said all these horrible things, like I'm gonna fail, I'm gonna drop, I'm not gonna be like. He started really ripping, which then I started ripping, and then he had the nerve to do a whole video about it, repeating my words that I said to this person without even saying so much what the other person did, and basically put a voice amplifier, making it like knocking me. This is what he did in the past for views. This is what he did for subs. This is what he did for a rise. He knocked me, and that was wrong. Just like the other times are wrong. When he's like the puppet master, and he's like, yeah, go strike his channel. Yeah, go attack Matrix Lord. Yeah, he's bad. Join me. Yeah. Like, he did wrong things. But then, and we're going to use the name, when Sammy did something to him, he was against Sammy. Totally. Surprise, surprise. It wasn't about, it's called hypocrite. Hypocrite. And he went after Sammy because Sammy went after him. And when Sammy went after another group, they went after him. They edited him out of videos. They did this, they did that. They knocked him, and he left them. But wow, all the people that they're saying they're on one side and everything, they're all like liars. Liars. Like he's the biggest hypocrite of all. He's the biggest liar of all. He's on this bandwagon trying to get subs. Oh, Jody's great, Jody's this, but did you see him in 2012, 2013? When it was like talking about a female doctor, he was like, that was the worst thing ever. It's like, oh my God. I wish those videos were still around. I wish those podcasts were still around so you could hear his voice. It was amazing. And he makes it like that never happened. Erased it from history. It's very easy to erase videos. You go, and I saw that. I saw you went and you privatized your videos in the past where you went after me with the Donna Noble thing. You started blocking certain podcasts you've done, certain videos you've done because you are ashamed. And it's like, wow, that's amazing. Very interesting indeed. So you're not genuine. You sold your soul, I don't know how many times, at the expense of your friends. I clearly remember you being in the hospital and all the real Whovians were like worried about you. We did a podcast, shout out to you, all this stuff. You were in our group too. And you came out of the hospital, I don't know what the fuck happened. You immediately went on my Real Whovians cast page and you started ripping me to shreds and asking my friends like the Ronnie and a whole bunch of people to join you and dump me, dump Joe, because Joe's a piece of crap, Joe's this. And this is why history will show I accidentally deleted the original Real Whovians cast page because I got so mad and I wanted just to delete that whole thing, and then I felt like, oh, I deleted the page, now I can't get it back anymore. And then I decided to create a new one, the Real Whovians Cast Interactive. So that's why the Real Whovians Cast original Facebook page was deleted. And I really didn't mean to delete the whole thing. I was trying to do something and I just deleted, the whole damn thing. What are you gonna do? But anyway, that's history. And that's the thing, is if you create something, you don't want someone to try to destroy something. It's like, where is the communication? Where is the thing where people are like, hey, can I talk to you for a second, Joe? Yeah, because I'm kind of concerned with the way you're going with your videos lately. There's none of that. There's always a podium, a stage, a microphone, and people are just like going in public, talking to me, like attacking me or whatever. Like, what the hell? If you have the respect of talking in privately and you have a question, answer me. Ask me, whatever. But this whole nonsense of let's put it out in the public and shame, horrendous. It's horrible. And you know what? Shame on me, because I always prepared for the worst. Shame on me for forgiving people and trusting people and allowing people to do this to me. Shame on me. I mean, I'll still forgive people and stuff, but I just shake my head. I'm very disappointed in freedom. Totally. And I'm disappointed in anyone that doesn't listen or will block or whatever and think I'm a horrible person for, wanting to protect the sanctity of Doctor Who and not wanting them to take away the legacy of William Hartnell or anything else. Shame on anybody for not giving me a chance or a moment and seizing this opportunity to join the freedom bandwagon to attack me. And then to use my own words against me, bless me. Well, I'm already blessed. I'm blessed for effect, and we'll see what happens. Because God doesn't like ugly, and we'll see what happens with what you've done, sir. All right, take care. Bye for now.